Hi, I'm Margaret from Margaret's Crafts. I wanted to share with you my knitting and crocheting that I have for the month of November and the beginning here of December. The first thing I'm going to start to share with you are some finished items. The items that I have finished are a pair of socks, okay. I think I had one sock done last time, and I was about to here on the second sock, I think. I know I was here. I don't know if I just had the one sock done. Well, I have a whole pair done now. These are in the DK Weight, the Universal Yarns. These were in the Universal Yarn, which is 50% superwash wool, 50% acrylic, and the colorway was Infusion Unity. So I have a whole pair done. They're done. I did a 1-inch ribbing and then 5 inches before I started, or a total of 6 inches before I started the heel. I did the Fish Lips Kiss heel and then down and just did a rounded toe on that one. My next item I didn't have started, but I have it finished now, is another pair of socks, and it's also with the Infusion. The Infusion handprints with the 50% superwash, 50% superwash wash wool, 50% acrylic, and this colorway is called Be Strong. So I did these socks the same way, the 1-inch ribbing, 5 inches down, or a total of 6 inches before I started the heel. You have to excuse my little kitten. Then I did the same thing, Fish Lips Kiss heel, worked the way down to the foot, and did my toe. And I just did the toe. In this one, I did the toe and the heel in one of the Sock Ease yarns in a green, and I just held it double. This one I did the heel and the toes, and this Simplicity by Haiku in the colorway 038 for the heel and the toe of this one. So that's done. And then I also worked on a hat. It was supposed to be the bankhead hat, but I forgot one of the rounds and just made it more of like a ribbing hat. But it's based on their pattern. I just forgot to do the knit rounds. And it's not for me, this is for my husband. This matches the cowl that I made last time in the Everyday Soft Worsted by Deborah Norville from Premier, in the Antique Lavender colorway. So that's another set that I have. So I'm going to try to put at the end of this video a set of everything that I made for Christmas, my knitted stuff. And that's all my finished items that I have. And for what I've been working on, a little boy that I know asked me if I would make him a dragon. So I went online and found this pattern. I just don't like the way the mouth comes out. I only have one nostril. I have to do the other one. And then do his 2 little horns, and he's all done. And he's just done with acrylic, and I use this isn't the colorway I use, but this is what I use to make my the Snuggly Wuggly by Loops and Threads. This isn't the color, but I used a two-tone green, and I used a solid green, and then I used a multicolored green to do his little ridges and his little wings, and then he has just two little nibs for horns, because this is a free pattern on Ravelry called Baby Dragon, and it has just the this little tail. It's free, so you can find it on. And I'm going to take that mouth out. I do not like that mouth. And there's his little nostrils, and it says to, it's a free pattern, to crochet his eyes. I didn't like that, so I just put in safety eyes. The little boy is 7 years old, and so I don't have to worry about him swallowing the pieces. And there's his wings, his ridge going down his back. But I'm almost done with that. All I got to do is I got to attach the other nostril and attach his 2 little horns, which are going to be the same multicolored there. And he is all done. I just don't like that mouth. I'm going to take the mouth out. So I made my son a dragon. It was a different pattern. And it didn't have a mouth in it like that. So I'm going to just take that out. And that's all done. And I think this is going to be the last of my Christmas knitting and crocheting I got to do. So for the rest of this month, I'm going to work on my December socks, which I'm going to be doing in the Peyton's Croy socks in the Route 66 colorway. So I have 2 of these. I'm going to start my socks. I think I'm going to start them today. And I got to wind that up and start that. And I'm going to work on that blanket for my husband. And that's what I'm going to work on for the rest of December as far as my knitting and crocheting. And the last thing that I have is some of my goodies. The only thing I bought this month, I did really good. And this is for my yarn box. And this is my last yarn box. I canceled my subscription. The yarns are really nice. They're not what I thought they were going to be. A lot of the stuff that we couldn't get. And then they just weren't me. I like to go pick out my yarn. I guess maybe that's what it is. And these are the yarns that I got this month. And they're by Louette Gems 100% Merino Wool. And I like my socks with nylon in it. And so this may be a shawl or a cowl or even a hat. And you're supposed to make striped socks, which the changing of the heels leaves too many ends for me for socks. So we got 3 skeins of that. This one is called Brick. This one is called Limestone, and this one is called Heron Gray. So those are what I received this month, and they are super fine fingering weight, 100% merino wool. It doesn't say how much. Oh, there it is. 50 grams or 185 yards each. So that's my last of my yarn box. I was hoping, I kept waiting, I wanted a Christmas yarn, and I thought that they would do that in November. Then I thought, well, maybe they'd send it out in December. So I didn't get my Christmas socks yarn, so I'm just going to go to my local yarn shop and pick me some up so I can make them and have some Christmas socks for next year. And that's all that I have to share with you. Thank you very much for watching my videos. Bye.